911.
Yes, my name is... What's the address? 722 West Nagel. We have a dead body in the alley.
Okay. 722
And we...
West Nagel.
Yeah, hold on just a minute.
Is it a male?
Last night, it's a female. Last night my daughter heard fighting. I was not home. She heard fighting and a gunshot.
Disparities in socioeconomic measures exist to some degree nationwide. However, in certain cities, gaps in outcomes along racial lines are deep. A state known for long histories of systematic racial segregation, and a city with a population of 4% African American, now has an Oklahoma man accused of gunning down a black woman over the weekend. He told detectives it was to teach her a lesson and glad he done it. Martika Ferguson was 27 years old. Martika was born in Colorado Springs in 1993, and she was adopted by the Ferguson family in 1999. In Martika's childhood, she attended Peyton Elementary School in Peyton, Colorado. She had a bubbly personality, and she was a cheerleader at her school. Once the Ferguson family moved to Oklahoma in 2004, Martika continued to uplift and entertain family and friends. She graduated high school with the class of 2011. Martika was known for her joyful personality and bright smile. She loved to sing and dance and found comfort in music. These attributes are carried on in her son, Devontae. Tika enjoyed taking Devontae to the park as well as sharing her love for music with her son. They also shared a love of food. Unfortunately, Devontae was robbed the opportunity to enjoy more time with his mom to a heartless man.
A tragedy unfolded in Enid. A mother was found shot to death in an alley over the weekend.
Neighbors here in Enid called police after discovering the body of a 27-year-old mother. Investigators are interviewing people in search for a killer.
Sunday afternoon, November 29, 2020, officers were called to the 700 block of West Nagel Street.
911.
Yes, my name is... What's the address? 722 West Nagel. We have a dead body in the alley.
Okay. 722
And we...
West Nagel.
Yeah, hold on just a minute.
Is it a male?
Last night, it's a female. Last night my daughter heard fighting. I was not home. She heard fighting and a gunshot. I told her to stay in the house. I didn't see anything. But there's a dead body in the back alley behind my house.
Okay. I'm going to
My daughter said she heard cars.
Probably not going to be needed, but we need to start one anyways as our
I'm sorry?
I'm going to transfer you to the ambulance. I'm going to start the fire department and get the police on the way as well, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Police said the victim was identified as Martika Ferguson. She had been shot one time in the head with a shotgun. Sadly, she was pronounced dead at the scene. According to reports, police were able to review surveillance footage from nearby homes and businesses to link a man to the fatal shooting. One camera from a home along West Rush Street showed Ferguson walking alone eastbound. Another camera showed her turned southbound on South Madison Street, where she encountered a man with a cowboy hat and black jacket. That man was proved to be Perosi. He and Ferguson walked together westbound on Rush toward Hallmark Baptist Church. The pair walked around the church, and different camera views showed them enter an alley behind it. They walked away of the camera view toward the spot where Ferguson's body was found. Video showed Perosi walking alone when he emerged from the alley. 12 minutes later, the camera showed the man driving away. Moments later, riding a motorcycle with ape hangers, extended handlebars. Ferguson's body was discovered in the alleyway hours later.
All my family's been calling and coming over, and that kind of lets you know it's real and it has to be coped with. My first thought was like, are they going to come after us? You know, who all are they after? And what could she have done that was so awful? She didn't deserve that. Yeah, she got into a few scuffles in there, but she wasn't bad enough to be shot. Go ahead and turn yourself in. You did it. Let us know why. And then pay for what you did.
According to reports, detectives got an anonymous tip from someone that Perosi was the man who killed Ferguson. The tipster told investigators the suspect allegedly dated Ferguson several years ago, and she often visited him at his residence along Rush Street, where he lived in a garage. The tipster went on to tell officers that Perosi had sent their girlfriend threatening text messages saying she might end up like your girl Tika. I hear they found her dead yesterday, but Ferguson's name had not yet been released publicly. That was enough for investigators to get a search warrant for Perosi's house. Inside the garage, authorities found the leather jacket worn by the man seen with Ferguson on camera, a 12-gauge pump shotgun, and a Yamaha motorcycle. Enough evidence was found that tied him to Ferguson's death. Perosi was taken to the police station, where he initially refused to answer questions about the shooting, the affidavit indicated. After investigators showed him the evidence against him, Perosi said he knew the shotgun was loaded when he armed himself with it the day of the shooting, but he claimed he was just trying to scare Ferguson with it. He said she tried to grab the weapon when he cocked it and he shot her. He told officers he went back to his home and burnt the spent spell cartridge in his fire pit, telling them he should have burnt the jacket too. When asked if he knew what condition Ferguson was in when he left, Perosi told officers, "I pretty much assumed the worst." Perosi later repeated how he was fed up and told officers maybe now people will realize people need to be held accountable for their actions. Perosi also repeatedly confessed to the shooting and expressed no remorse for what he done. Perosi said he done it so he could teach her a lesson. Perosi faces life in prison without parole or the possibility. He also faces the death penalty if he's convicted. Now her son wonders when she will come back home.
It was sad, but he got me and Papa.
This story is very sad and unfortunate. Our thoughts goes out to all her friends and family. You guys, let me know your thoughts and your opinions about this case. He was not charged with a hate crime. Let me know down below. Please be respectful in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Talk to you guys later, and don't forget to check on your loved ones.